Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar. I will be sharing all about selling on Amazon. As you guys slowly stream in, I will just give a brief outline of what I'm going to cover today. So in today's sharing, I'll be moving into sharing about the know-hows of selling on Amazon and also some key points to take note before you start your selling journey with us. And we will also have key subject matter experts who are going to share their expertise on logistics, on trademarking, as well as lastly, payments. And we have with us Elka from RAF, who's also going to share with us about shipping. And we have Josephine from Accolade IP, who is going to share more about trademarking. And last but not least, we have Richard from Finmo, who is here to share about how Finmo can support cross-border payments. After the sharing sessions from our speakers, I will open the floor to Q&A, and we will do our best to cover the questions that you guys have for us over the course of this webinar. And in the event that we do not have enough time to answer all of your queries, fret not. We will just have them noted down and we will address them in our Facebook community. So just type in any questions that you might have over the course of the webinar using the questions function, which you can easily locate at the top right-hand control panel. And my team will be taking note of these questions and we'll cover them at the very end of the session. Some important notice that what I'm sharing with you is confidential and proprietary to Amazon. And before I jump into the content today, let me just take some time to actually introduce our very vibrant Facebook community, a community space where like-minded sellers actually share their know-hows and also for us to actually keep you guys updated on our latest events, webinars, and also tips on selling. And simply just scan the QR code on the screen and you can get connected with us and your counterparts. And I look forward to seeing all of you guys in the group. So let me jump right in. Why sell on Amazon? Reaching a widespread customer base across borders. Amazon has over 300 million worldwide active customers, as well as 200 million plus Prime members. And on top of that, we're present in 22 stores worldwide. And this is the exposure that your brand can have by selling on Amazon. So what's the first know-how? So how exactly can I get started with selling on Amazon? First, let me walk you through a typical seller's journey. So they will first begin with learning more about selling with Amazon, and then they will proceed with registering with us. After the registration process, they are all ready to launch their store on Amazon.com. This is where they will begin to list their products and start enjoying sales. And then they will then enter into a subsequent stage of scaling their businesses with the support of our brand building tools, widening their reach and scaling upwards. So taking a closer look at the whole seller journey, this is a detailed breakdown. You'll be able to easily track your progress to ensure that you are on track with onboarding as a seller on Amazon. I will not be delving into the details of this, but if you would like to understand more and read more about what exactly happens at each stage, as well as would like some tips, please scan this QR code and you can access the perfect jumpstart and launch guide, which contains all the information you need pertaining to selling process. And also this guide actually dives into the end-to-end process of the Amazon US selling journey, and it covers everything you need from listing to FBA. If you can actually navigate to your control panel on the right, you can actually also see a handouts function. I've already put in this PDF version, so you can download from there and actually read more about this perfect jumpstart playbook. So the next know-how, we must all know how much it actually costs to actually sell on Amazon. Allow me to share a bit more about the cost components. We can break down their cost into 4 main components. Firstly, selling plan. I highly recommend all of us to get started with the professional selling plan. Being on the professional selling plan would mean 1, it gives you greater access to customize your store settings. 2, to actually provide a better shopping experience for your customers. And also, to top it all off, our team will provide account management support on your first 90 days of your onboarding to professional sellers. Secondly, referral fees. Amazon charges a percentage fee on items sold. The amount varies across different categories, but it typically ranges from around 8 to 15%. Next, fulfillment fees. This is also only applicable if you choose to ship your product using fulfillment by Amazon, which I will talk about more in just a bit. And lastly, all other costs. You may incur additional fees depending on the situation, as well as other optional programs which are designed to help you increase sales. Please note that when you register and set up your seller account, you will need to provide a credit card where we will charge you the fees and a bank account where we will deposit the sales proceeds. And some of the fees like referral as well as fulfillment fees are actually automatically deducted from the sales proceeds. But here's some good news that I'd like to share with all of you. You can actually now register for a selling account with debit cards. So long as your debit card actually accepts international charges, you should be able to set up a seller account. Next, know-how number 3. We all need to know what exactly to sell. While we offer the ability for sellers to list a variety of categories to sell on Amazon, not all categories are open to all sellers. Some will require a professional seller account and some would require additional approval to sell. It is important for us to understand these policies and what the restricted product categories are, as Amazon will require you to submit documentations as well as approvals before you start selling. You can find out more information on our website or on your selling account once you have registered with us. All of us here are actually at different phases of our selling journey. Some of us have a product, some of us do not. Hence, actions taken at each stage might differ, but the tools used can be the same. The Amazon Product Opportunity Explorer tool is an internal tool and it's free for all sellers under the professional selling plan. Some external tools that you can use are Helium 10 as well as Jungle Scout, but however, they both come at a fee. For sellers with a product, these tools can actually help with your competitive research to find out what are the keywords surrounding your particular product, how many products are there competing for these keywords, and how many reviews do these products actually have, and what are the type of sales volume that these products are actually getting. All these key insights will actually help you better understand how to price your product and what kind of keywords to use, as well as how much stock to actually inbound. For sellers that are still in the search of a product to sell, you can actually use these tools to discover unmet as well as underserved demand, find niche opportunities to assess your competition, and also find out what customers are searching for. What are the needs that are present, that are unmet, as well as the gaps that have yet to be filled. These are guiding questions that can help you maneuver these tools and help you with product research. It is important to choose the right product to sell. One of our most common questions that account managers usually get is, what should I sell that will do well? Frankly speaking, we do see opportunities across various categories, but many of them are also dependent on how much you're willing to invest and how you strategize your business. Hence, for sellers who do not have a product, you will need to invest time into doing research and finding your product niche. So as I said, the Product Opportunity Tool, Explorer tool, is a tool that allows sellers to explore customer demand as well as competitive gaps for new product ideas. You may use it to understand Amazon customer search, purchasing behavior to evaluate if there are need for new products and whether there are unmet customer demand. And you may find the number of searches for a product niche as well as keywords that customers use, and also top negative and positive review keywords on current products. You may also explore up-to-date and accurate data on customer needs and also current selection on Amazon. Typically, when people actually shop online, they will search keywords of products that they wish to purchase. And this is one of the best ways to actually understand real-time customer demand. Amazon actually collates and combines these search terms, groups them together, along with other top click products, and actually segment them into product niches. And by identifying these search terms, this allows sellers like yourself to better understand what are the popular product categories and also allow you to launch more new in-demand products. Although you can sell almost anything on Amazon stores, it is a good place to start from an aspiring e-commerce store owner is that with products that are easy to package and ship, have brand potential, and are affordable for customers, and also have a long shelf life. How do you launch successful products on Amazon? Meet Cyril. He's a 7-figure Amazon seller and also Amazon seller ambassador. Allow Cyril to actually weigh in on achieving success on Amazon with his experience. At the start of his selling journey, passionate about golf at that point in time, Cyril was actually keen to sell something that was very related to his hobby. He also later learned that actually it was very important to actually carry out proper product research in order, based on keyword research and revenue calculations, as well as to analyze reviews to ensure that a product is able to sell well online. And taking his experience with the golf club brush, for an example, Cyril actually realized in hindsight that there were more than 400 similar listings for golf club brushes back in 2018. And all the listings also looked, and you can just scan the QR code on the screen to actually access our What to Sell page here. Another know-how that is actually important is fulfillment. Let me share more about FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon. So there are 2 ways that you can actually fulfill your orders to your customers. One is by fulfilling by merchant. In other words, you're actually fulfilling the orders yourself. As you can see on the table, as a seller, if you wish to fulfill the order by yourself, 1, you will need to prepare each order. 2, you will need to answer customers' questions in their own local language within 24 hours, and also provide customers with a return address in the US. Next, the option is FBA, which is Fulfillment by Amazon, which I will address in the next slide. So for FBA, Amazon actually processes the order, pack it, deliver it to your customer, and Amazon will actually answer all customers' queries on your behalf. And lastly, Amazon will also manage the return process for you. And as you can see, by using FBA, you can actually scale up your business really quickly. Running a business is already hard enough, so let Amazon do the heavy lifting for you, all the manual as well as time-consuming work. So there are many benefits of using FBA, such as you can save on fulfillment costs, you can reach out to many Prime members, as well as to increase product visibility, and also for Amazon to actually handle all the products, getting the products to the customer, as well as delivery, and also customer support and all returns. And here, meet Steve, a founder of a fashion brand, Petite Simone, launched in 2021. So this is a Singapore brand that continues to see 80 to 90% growth in monthly sales in the US. And they recently hit a 6-figure sales in less than a year. With his experience on selling on Amazon, he cannot emphasize enough of the importance of FBA. There are many aspects to a business, and you may be dealing with many moving parts. And logistics is one of the areas that is extremely crucial to a business, and yet is the most time-consuming. As part of Fulfillment by Amazon, Amazon will help you manage all your customer inquiries, returns, and refunds, so you can actually focus on growing your business. Hence, with FBA, it actually saves you the time, and it actually allows you to scale your business more easily. Last but not least, let's see how others do it. Many sellers like yourself also started off small, but grew and enjoyed success on Amazon. Allow me to share more commonly asked questions. Is the US too crowded for new sellers? New emerging brands actually continue to see success on Amazon.com, so it's not true that US is too crowded. Let's take the seller from Petite Simone, Steve, mentioned previously. He actually launched in 2021, and they hit 6-figure sales in a year. And Abound Lifestyle is also another example of a Singapore homegrown decor brand that actually hit 7-digit sales in their first year. And these are just 2 amongst many successful seller stories. And bringing it closer to home, our seller ambassador Joseph, who also enjoyed success on Amazon. Joseph is the founder of Argan 40, and also emphasized that emerging brand and a startup, Amazon actually played a big role in actually enabling them to be on the same stage as other established brands. So it's completely possible for small brands and sellers like yourself to achieve success on Amazon. So let me share more about new seller incentives. So what's in it for new sellers like you? To help you ease the cost as well as the risk on starting on Amazon.com, we have introduced new seller incentive program. It actually consists of 3 types of promotions. The first element in this program is called Grow Your Brand. New sellers who are identified as brand owners with the Amazon Brand Registry within the first 6 months can actually enjoy benefits of 5% bonus for up to $1 million eligible sales. So that's about 50K in bonus. And second, you will also be granted around 200 in credits for fulfillment fees for using Amazon Global Logistics. You'll also be auto-enrolled in the new FBA New Selection Program, which actually allows you to get storage, liquidations, and return processing for eligible new to FBA products. Lastly, you can actually reach more customers with $50 credit for sponsored products CPC ads. Besides that, you can also get $50 in credit when you adopt coupons. And here, I would like to also share with you guys that we have something extremely exciting coming up on 19 October, which is our Ask Me Anything. It's a live stream that is happening on our Facebook community, so do join our Facebook community. And then we will see you at the live streams, ask your questions, and our account manager who will be there to actually answer all of the questions that you may have regarding selling on Amazon. And now I would like to invite our service providers for their sharing. Let's invite Elka from RAF to share more about RAF Logistics. Elka, please. I think Elka might have some technical issues, so maybe we will have Josephine from Accolade to share first. Josephine, please.
Hello. Can you hear me properly?
Hi, Josephine.
Hi.
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you see me? Hello.
Yes, I can see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I am Attorney Josephine Go. I am the PH Managing Partner and US Trademark Head of Accolade IP. I will be leading today's discussion on the topic filing USPTO trademark application with Accolade IP for Amazon sellers. So Accolade IP stands as a dedicated intellectual property service provider extending exclusive discounted rates tailored specifically for Amazon sellers. So at Accolade IP, we help you navigate the complexities of filing a trademark application in the United States. You may register your trademark in the US for as low as $625 US. This is a special rate for Amazon sellers. So this is already inclusive of all the official fees and professional fees from filing an application to the issuance of the certificate of registration, except for the 12% VAT, PAN charges, and potential fees for filing a response to an office action if necessary. So as you can see on our website, the standard rate for filing a trademark application in the United States is 45,500 pesos. But for Amazon sellers, it's only 625 US dollars, which is approximately equivalent to 35,500 pesos as of the current date. Now, who among you is interested in registering your brand on Amazon.com? It is crucial to have your brand registered with the USPTO. However, if you haven't completed the registration process yet, having a pending application in the USPTO will also suffice for Amazon's brand registry. So by way of reiteration, you don't need your mark to be immediately registered in the USPTO. A pending application will be sufficient for you to be eligible in the Amazon brand registry. So here we present a selection of our clients' trademarks that have been successfully registered within the Amazon brand registry. It's important to note that while several of these marks have completed the registration process, others are presently pending approval in the USPTO and have yet to be fully registered. Now, here are the several advantages of USPTO trademark registration for Amazon Brand Registry. Number one, enhanced brand protection. A registered mark affords a stronger legal protection against unauthorized users of your brand name and logo. Number two is powerful search and report tools. With registry, you gain access to Amazon's advanced search and reporting tools, making it easier to find potentially infringing listings and report them to Amazon for removal. And lastly is customer trust. So a registered brand adds legitimacy and trademark to your brand, which positively influence the customer buying decisions. So here are the requirements for filing a trademark application in the US with Accolade. So to initiate a comprehensive preliminary search and ensure accurate assessment for your trademark application in the United States, we kindly request the following documentation from you. So number one, a copy of your logo in digital format. So this is essential for conducting due diligence. Number two, an electronic copy of your certificate of registration or a pending application in your country of origin if applicable. So this is essential for us to determine the basis of your trademark application in the United States. And lastly, your website, social media sites, and marketing materials. So this is essential for us to draft and curate your specifications in your US trademark application. So please be aware that we will perform thorough due diligence using the provided requirements. In addition to manual searches, we employ cutting-edge AI-powered software that aids us in assessing the registrability of your mark. So please give us at least 1 to 3 business days for us to conduct and give you the comprehensive due diligence report. So following our comprehensive due diligence, we will proceed to determine the most suitable application basis to utilize for your trademark registration. So there are 4 bases for filing an application in the US. Number one is Section 1A or actual use. It signifies that you are actually using the mark within the US commerce. Number two is Section 1B or intent to use. This signifies that you are actually using the mark within the US commerce. This signifies that you intend to use the mark within the US commerce in the future. Number three is Section 44D or foreign application. This signifies that you have a pending application in your country of origin. And lastly is Section 44E or foreign registration. This signifies that you hold a certificate of registration in your country of origin. So for Section 1A or actual use, proof of use within US commerce is essential. So based on practice, a mere picture of your logo, of your product bearing the logo will be sufficient as an acceptable proof of use. However, examiners usually issue additional information or documentation in cases of uncertainty or when the specimen seems to be a mock-up. So in some instances, especially if your specimen appears to be a mock-up or digitally altered, the examiner will typically issue additional information or documentation requirement, such as proof of sales in the US, while redacting personal and sensitive information. In the application form, it is necessary to specify both the first date of use in the United States and any other location. So there are 2 dates that we need to indicate in the application form. First is the date of use in the United States, and second is the date of use in any other location, such as in your country of origin. Next is Section 1B or intent to use. So among the 4 bases, Section 1B has the lengthiest process due to the inclusion of a notice of allowance stage, a step that does not exist in the other bases. Section 1B incurs an additional official fee as you are required to submit specimens during the notice of allowance stage. So there is an additional $320 under this basis. If your mark seems to be merely descriptive, pursuing registration on the supplemental registry is discouraged, especially since it is also not permissible for Amazon brand registry. Additionally, please be aware that Section 1B is not a viable option for supplemental registration. So among the four bases, I really do not recommend Section 1B because it is the lengthiest process and there's an additional imposition of $320. Next is Section 44D or foreign application. If you have submitted an application for the identical trademark and for the same goods and or services within your country of origin, you have the option to select Section 44D as your filing basis. So a grace period of 6 months is provided. However, beyond this 6-month period, utilizing Section 44D as a filing basis is no longer a viable option. So for instance, if you have a trademark application in your country of origin, which was filed last December 2022, filing a trademark application under this basis is no longer feasible because the 6-month grace period has already lapsed. Please be aware that the trademark application from your country of origin should closely match your application in the United States. The application and the details provided in your US application should exhibit a high level of similarity for it to be accepted in the USPTO. Lastly is Section 44E or foreign registration. Should you possess a certificate of registration for your mark in your country of origin, it is also admissible as a foundation for submitting a US application under Section 44E. Similar to Section 44D, your certificate of registration must be highly identical with your US application to meet the criteria for acceptance. Under this basis, as well as in the context of Clause 44D, specimens are not required at the filing stage and will only be necessitated during the maintenance period. Hence, among the four bases, I always recommend our clients to pursue Section 44E as the filing basis because among the four bases, the process is smoother, faster, and easier. So next, determine whether your mark should be filed under TIS Plus or TIS Standard. So if your goods or services are found in the ID manual list, then we will utilize your trademark application under TIS Plus. Otherwise, we need to file it under TIS Standard, and there is an additional 102 US dollars. So between TIS Plus or TIS and TIS Standard, I recommend to always pursue TIS Plus application. Next is determine whether your mark should be filed as a standard character or stylized. So to gain a better understanding of this, I have provided an illustration as can be seen on the slide. So as can be seen here, the ABC is rendered as a stylized font. Hence, it is considered as a stylized mark. However, if the mark appears to be straightforward without any embellishments, then it is considered as a standard character mark. So between these two options, I always recommend to utilize a standard character mark so that you can use your mark in any stylization or font or any designs. But of course, if your mark is merely descriptive, then I encourage to apply the mark as a stylized character mark wherein you will add another figurative device and file a disclaimer to the descriptive elements of your mark. So do you have any inquiries? Please feel free to scan the QR code and kindly complete the form link in the QR for any inquiries you might have. You're also welcome to visit us for a free legal consultation. So our office is located in the CIP building. We are just near the Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines and the Venice Grand Canal Mall. So reminders, once we've settled these particulars, Accolade will assume the responsibility of submitting your US trademark application and will diligently track any notifications or updates from the USPTO pertaining to your mark. Following the submission of your application, you can visit www.emzn.2/ph-accolade-ip where you become eligible for a free account management support offered by the Amazon team. Feel free to provide your details to express your interest in the Amazon Global Selling Program. Subsequently, Amazon's account managers will be in touch to initiate a business review. So please give the Amazon team at least 1 week to provide feedback once you have completed the form using the provided link. So that's all, and thank you.
Much, Josephine, for sharing more about filing the USPTO trademark. Next, I would like to invite Alka, who's going to share more about shipping to the US. Alka, please.
Here. Sige, it's in the.
Hi.
Hi, Alka.
Hi, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, good afternoon. You hear you very well.
Okay. Hi, good afternoon, everybody. And first of all, allow me to thank Amazon for giving us this opportunity to be part of your webinar. And for those attending the webinar, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. So I'm here to introduce our company and how we can be of help. So now that you have already signed up with Amazon, what's the next thing to do? Now you're ready to ship your shipments, to send your shipments to either straight to the Amazon warehouse or direct to your clients or the buyers. Okay, so that's who we are. Okay. Okay. So let me first introduce our company to you. RAF International Forwarding Philippines is an all-Filipino-owned company. We have been in the local industry for 31 years now. We are affiliated with Aramex, and the Aramex has been in the business for more than 30 years as well. They started as a leading domestic company in the Middle East, and we represent Aramex in the Philippines. So if you're looking for who the Aramex agent is in the Philippines, that is us in RAF. And just to give you a brief idea, we've been in the business since 1992. We have two branches, one in Cebu and the other one in Davao, but our main operations is in Metro Manila. So these are the services that we offer. So we will be able to handle all your requirements from documents to small parcels, whether you want to send it via air or via sea or multimodal, we'll be able to help you but for this particular presentation, we shall be concentrating on your shipments going to the Amazon warehouse or direct to your clients, which we would normally send either via air or via sea, depending on the volume. So we are a one-stop shop. Why do you want to do business with us? So we are a one-stop shop transport service provider, like what we said earlier. Whether you want to send small parcels to heavy weights, and you want to send that outbound or inbound to Manila, to and from Manila, we will be able to help you. We have a team in place. We have a specialized service team in place to handle your every requirement. So there will be a person or a team assigned to each one of your accounts, no? So to make sure that your requirements are being handled in the way you want it handled. So we offer competitive pricing and customized solutions. We understand that each one of you will have different requirements. Some might want to do the fulfilled by merchant. Some might want to do fulfilled by Amazon. Either way, we will be able to help you. So we understand that you will all have these different needs. We have a reliable track and trace system. It's Get Online that will allow you to be able to monitor your shipments from the comforts of your office or your house. You'll be able to you'll be empowered to prepare your air bills and to be able to do management reports that you will need when monitoring your sales or your orders. So we've been in the business as 30 years, and we are proud to be part of a team that is reliable and very hardworking. All of them are here, but you can't see them. So at the moment, so we are affiliated with all of these industry associations, and when you do business with RAF, you also take part in a program, in a social civic program called Partners for a Future, where in every shipment that is sent to RAF, a corresponding amount goes to the Partners for a Future. We established this program particularly to assist financially challenged but very talented young people in the community. So this picture here is the school that we have adopted. This is in Katmon. For those of you who are in the Capiz, who are from Capiz, this photo is in Katmon Primary School or Katmon Elementary School in Panitan, Capiz. Currently, we are helping them with the feeding program, and in addition to this, we have like around 9 college scholars this year taking the courses of their choice. No? So we don't really require them to work for us after, and we can only hope that they will be able to fulfill their dreams, no? Through Partners for a Future. Okay. Now, let's go now to what would be your requirement. No? So this is normally the how a typical cross-border e-commerce transaction would look like. No? It's moving your goods to international border from the Philippines to the US, no? And specifically for Amazon. So you will all have to identify what goods are there to send, and then we will make sure that we assist you for the proper documents required. This would normally entail that you provide a packing list or a commercial invoice. So we will make sure that before a shipment leaves, all of your shipments have the proper documentation. When it arrives in the US, depending on the value of the shipment, there are instances when duties might be imposed. And normally, the duties and taxes are paid by the consignee. No, unless there is an arrangement wherein the shipper will pay for all of that. We will also make sure that relative to earlier what we said about the documentation, we will also make sure that if there are specific licenses or permits that are needed for your certain shipments, no, we will make sure like if FDA is required for cosmetics or healthcare products, we will make sure that we will guide you on this and make sure that all of this are part of the documentation when the shipment is sent out of Manila. So these are your options, no? Like we mentioned earlier, for fulfilled by merchants, this means that the merchant would prepare the shipment, this will be shipped directly to the client's address. There is also the fulfilled by Amazon, wherein the seller will have to ship everything to the Amazon warehouse. This one you can do via air or via sea. Normally, in one of the Amazon seminars we attended, initially what they would suggest that you put in the warehouse are those that you consider fast moving, so that when somebody orders, the shipment is available right away. There's an option to send via air or via sea. Now, while sea is more cost efficient, we'll also have to take into consideration the volume, no? The volume that you are sending via sea freight. Because there's been some misconception at times that it is true, sending via sea can be cheaper or can be more cost efficient. The cost might be lower. However, you will have to send approximately 300 kilos. It's 1 cbm. 1 cbm is loosely translated for layman's understanding to be around 285 to 300 kilo shipment. So that is at that point that makes the sending via sea more cost efficient. However, for shipments that are lower than that, this is where the option to send via air comes in. No, so via air, we have several modes. We have also we have the express, which arrives in the US in 2 to 3 working days. We also have the deferred service or expedited service that will arrive in the US for within 5 to 7 working days. Now, sending to the Amazon warehouse will require that we appoint a third-party importer of record on your behalf. There's a procedure, we cannot send directly to Amazon, but we have that covered. So we will name a third-party importer of record service for your shipments so that this can be received or this can be delivered to the Amazon warehouse. We are working with very reliable third-party service providers for this because, of course, we want to make sure that your shipment arrives, is received by the warehouse in a timely manner at the most cost-efficient service. So what does the IOR do? The IOR basically is a consignee on record. So the shipment is sent to them. We send the shipment to that IOR, and then that third party is the one who will arrange for customs clearance and to pay the duties and taxes first on your behalf. And if there are requirements for ISF filing, because in sea freight there is a required ISF filing before the shipment arrives. This has to be filed before the shipment sails and arrives the destination. So this is the responsibility of the IOR. This third party IOR will do it all for you, and we have a very reliable IOR service provider in place. So the cost for IOR will depend on the value of your shipment. Will also here. Yeah. So when you click this link, just to give you a sample, when you click this link, it will lead you to a questionnaire. KYC is Know Your Customer questionnaire. If you provide all of this information, the IOR will evaluate your replies, and we'll be able to give you a quote of the cost of IOR. So we can start from here. All the information provided, you will be providing in this link, it will be treated with strict confidentiality. So just to give you an idea, if you want to see how much will it cost, how much is the fee for the IOR for your shipments, please click on this link, and it will lead you. You will have to answer some questions though before you get the quote, just for you to have a proper idea. For all the others, if you need the quote for your shipping, this is here, no? Quote for your shipping and how we can be of further help to you, please click on that QR code that is now being flashed on the screen, and you just have to provide your name, your address, and your contact details, and we will make sure that our sales team, one of our sales team, will contact you at the soonest time possible. So that's it for all of us here at RAF. If there's any way that, are we taking questions later? Yeah. So if you have any questions, we will be addressing them later. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Alka. And next, I would like to invite Richard from Finmo to share more about payments. Richard, please. Richard, I think you're muted, so would you like to unmute
Sorry.
yourself?
Okay.
Yeah,
Can
perfect.
everyone hear me and see my screen?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
very well. Yeah.
First, thank you to Amazon for giving me the chance to speak with you guys today. My name is Richard O. I'm a co-founder in Finmo and the Chief Strategy Officer. So I'm responsible for the strategy and also the payment network partnerships that helps Finmo to move money efficiently across the world. Before Finmo, I spent 19 years at PayPal. So I'm no stranger to understanding how important payments is to sellers, particularly on a global basis. And so, we provide a variety of payment services, but I'm gonna focus my presentation today on the aspects that I think would be most relevant to global Amazon sellers today. Okay, so Finmo, what is our mission? So our mission is to really simplify payments. The world is default global now. You have to be able to access local payments, but at global scale. And so when you're selling on Amazon Global, Amazon US, we're able to provide you with local payments so that you can do what's best in terms of managing your business, your receivables and payables, and being able to move money back from the U.S. In an efficient way back to your home country in order for you to go ahead and pay out with your vendors, or fund your business, pay payroll, and pay all the expenses that you have as part of running your Amazon store. The main product that from Finmo that I want to focus in on today is what we call a global currency account. And what the global currency account is that it allows you to create bank accounts all across the world in multi-currencies in your name, so that people can pay you, and you can also make payments out of that account. So the main thing that we allow is you are able to collect in Australian dollars, Canadian dollars, euros, pounds, and USD. I think for this particular presentation, or for the audience today, US dollar is the main area that we would be focused in on. You could convert these held balances into other currencies like at the optimal time. And we really have great rates, better than the retail rates that you typically see with the banks. You can hold balances in 33 currencies in one global virtual account. You can manage all of that in one simple place, one dashboard, one login. You don't have to manage, those things with different bank accounts or different, fintechs. You could see all of these things under one roof and be able to manage all of your fund payments under a single dashboard. And then you could pay like I said before, you could pay your sellers, your employees, your suppliers in 180 different countries. We are connected to Swift, so you can send out wires. And you can also send out wires in 38 different currencies. So, the example that we wanted to provide was in terms of the Philippine pesos, right? So, when you're selling on Amazon in the US, all the transactions are done in US dollars. And typically, they will pay you in US dollars, and you have to find a way to move the money back across the borders, back into the Philippines, as an example, right? And so, after you make all your sales on Amazon and you get the proceeds, we provide you with a bank account that you could provide to Amazon. It's in your name, you have the account number, etc. And they will do a local settlement of the US dollars into your account provided by Finmo. Once you kind of look at all the funds that are in your account, and you decide that you need to move the money back into the Philippines, we're able to convert from the US dollars to Philippine pesos, and then move the funds into Philippines through the local Philippine network. So you don't have to send it through Swift. We support the local channel here. And so you don't have to worry about, local, the Swift fees. There's a lot of lifting fees whenever you send money through a wire. You also have to worry about the Swift address, getting the account number correct, all of those different types of things. So we make it just as easy as a local bank transfer that you would normally do in your domestic market. And as I mentioned before, if you want to move money to other countries, we support 180 countries. We support 38 different currencies. We support about 20 local channels. So you get local experiences in about 20 markets. And of course, if you have to send a wire, you can take advantage of that solution as well. Okay, so that's primarily it. I know it's pretty short, but I wanted to really focus in on that piece. In order for you to register with our account, you just have to go on to www.finmo.net. We also created a special email address to create a special promotion for Amazon sellers. So you can email us at amazon@finmo.net to ask questions or ask about the promotion. The main thing for us, again, is that payments is extremely important to your global selling journey. And we are providing you with the tools to be able to access the US market. You can access Europe, you can access marketplaces in Australia, so on and so forth. And so We are providing a very simple solution in order for you to enable local payments on a global basis. And we are really looking forward to working with you to kind of support your payment needs across your different markets. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Richard, for your sharing. Really insightful, and thank you so much for all of you, all of your sharings, all of the. Just a moment. Let me just share my screen.